Hello everyone, Waveler here in attendance, and welcome back to the channel. Hello everyone, back with another video, and today I want to talk about the Boondocks. In case you haven't heard, there was some recent news that one of the voice actors from the Boondocks, the voice actor of Tom Dubois, just announced during an interview that the Boondocks Reboot has been canceled by Sony and HBO Max. And this is pretty big news, and actually this is the first news we've gotten of the Boondocks Reboot ever since it was announced that it was coming back in 2019 when they announced the 24 episode reboot. This is actually pretty big news, and a lot of people are pretty disappointed about this news because I knew that there was something going on behind the scenes of the Boondocks ever since the whole debacle with the voice actor of Granddad. Ever since he passed away, his son wanted to reprise his father's role but was not accepted for the role because, according to reports, the execs at Sony wanted to take the character in a different direction, and it was rumored that they were going to use audio sounds to use for Granddad to make it sound like John Witherspoon's voice. And honestly, that was just BS in my opinion, because I watched a video of the son doing like some test audios of his father, and he sounds just like his dad. And not to mention he is John Witherspoon's son. So I mean, what better to honor him than let his son reprise his role for an iconic character? Yeah, it was just really messed up how they didn't accept him for the role back in 2019, 2020 when we saw the video. Because of the pandemic, it just pushed production back behind a lot, and this is the first news we got of the Boondocks Reboot. It was supposed to be coming to us with 24 episodes, with 12 episodes per season, plus a 15-minute special. And I think the reason why it was canceled is because of what the Boondocks is and the topics and the political satire that it explores. And honestly, I feel like HBO Max and Sony don't want to take responsibility for a series like that, because the world we live in right now is very sensitive to certain topics, and we all know what the Boondocks likes to explore. Even those things that they explore are very sensitive and people have eyebrows raised when they talk about it, but honestly they speak the truth. I've always been a fan of Aaron McGruger's work. He's an inspiration to me as an artist. Yeah, I see this as they don't want, that type of product, but they don't want this type of content on their streaming service. And I guess Sony doesn't want to take responsibility for if any backlashes happen if the series were to start streaming. So I see this as kind of like them just not ready for the truth, in my opinion. Now the question is, will it ever be returned? Because according to the voice actor, it says that he told during the interview that the show has been canceled for now, meaning that the now could change maybe in the future, but depending on how we get it and where it would come from, it all depends on the Sony execs and Eric McGruger, because a lot of fans were anticipating the return for the Boondocks ever since the low reception for season 4. Season 4 wasn't the best season, and on top of that, Aaron McGruger wasn't there to help work on that season. But when it was announced that the reboot was coming and Aaron McGruger would be at the helm doing basically a reinterpretation of the series, a lot of people were very, very excited by this. And now that it's been canceled, a lot of people just have questions like, will it ever return? Will we ever see it adapt, see it streamed on another platform instead of HBO Max? Honestly, I feel like in some way or form we will see the series make a return, whether it be in animated or another comic strip or maybe a light novel or a novel. I think we will see it come back someday, because the Boondocks and Eric McGruger made their place in the animation community and in society, in my opinion. They touched on a lot of topics and a lot of themes that we as a society face today. And I feel like, like I said before, I feel like Sony and HBO Max, they're just not ready for the truth, in my opinion. And hopefully someday we will see the series make a return in some way or form. Because I don't believe Eric McGruger is done yet, because the Boondocks has been his series for a very long time, ever since the newspaper sketch back in college. So I don't see this as it being the end. I see this as kind of like a roadblock, and I feel like something's going on behind the scenes, because we still haven't heard a report yet from Aaron McGruger on why the series has been canceled or what's going on behind the scenes. So honestly, we'll just have to wait and see, and hopefully one day we would see the series come back. But yeah, I just want to give this video on my opinion on the cancellation of the Boondocks, and comment below on your opinions on how do you feel about the Boondocks as a whole, and do you see it coming back one day in a shape or form. But yeah, that's all I have for this one. This is the Wave Blur, signing off.